didn't get the memo, I guess.
No, I didn't. Actually, I saw the sweater Greg Campy wore, and I knew I couldn't do any better than that.
You think the
Lights
Mac
up.
would have fined you if you put a light up sweater on the side?
Did you see Greg Campy's sweater?
I did, yeah. 'Cause
Coach, would you start us off with opening comments? Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I just I thought our team played the game the right way. You know, a little bit. It was similar to the Longwood game in that we really struggled to make shots and free throws in the first half, but we defended for 40 minutes. You know, and that's. I thought we had two really good defensive games in a row, and no disrespect to either opponent, but we've played better teams than them. But you got to play the team you're playing. And we defended the way we need to defend. So I thought for that, I was pleased. I thought we took a step in the right direction.
In the last two games, what has been the difference defensively, I guess, from maybe just going back to the Eastern Kentucky game? Like, what's different about your defense?
It's a couple things. There's, you know, I'd say a lot of it is just that our technique is better, our effort level is better, our focus is better, our communication is better. And we've kind of thrown everything else out and said we're not going to win unless we just get this part right. So for the last 2 weeks, I haven't worked on much else other than that. And I think that's better, and that's part of it. And then the other part of it is, you know, we were defending perimeter guys with Kyle Mallers at the 3. Kyle's a good post defender, but asking him to defend guards is hard. And a lot of times we're playing Ryan and Kyle together, and we're just not we don't have enough quickness out there. That was the other part. By moving Kyle to the 4 and allowing him to defend post guys, since we got Jeremy back, you know, we're much quicker on the perimeter. Not only do we add Jeremy, who's got better speed, but we eliminate Kyle's minutes are all guarding bigger guys now, which is where at this stage of his career he's more naturally suited to defend. And I think that's the second thing. And then the third thing is we're not playing guys 34, 35, 36 minutes a game anymore. We're keeping fresher bodies out there. And I think collectively the three of those reasons has allowed us to kind of get back to being a good defensive team that we have to be able to continue to be for the rest of the year.
You mentioned Kyle and saw some shots go through tonight. How encouraging was that to see him flourish offensively?
It was good. You know, it's part of what he figured out tonight was, you know, 2 of those threes came when we played him at the 3 in the final 4 minutes of the game. But other than that, he was playing as a power forward. And when he's playing at that, guess what? He's a real threat as a pick and pop guy. You know, he gets guarded by a bigger guy. He can guard those big guys. He becomes kind of a unique matchup issue. And he's going to be able to get some of those at that position. And there were a couple of baskets in the game that Taylor and Francis got because they didn't want to help off of Kyle on a pick and roll. You know, he can create problems at that position in a way that's unique. And you know, one kid, Tony Armstrong, gave us a lot of problems down low, but Kyle got matched up on him one time, and he did just fine. You know, he's long and he's strong. And so it was good to see. I thought in the last game, because we'd only had him there for 2 days. And a little bit more than that, because we started to move him before Jeremy got back, knowing Jeremy was coming. And but it takes a while. It's a lot of new stuff to learn, you know. And I thought he looked cerebral and rusty in the last game, or his decision-making wasn't very good. And I thought tonight it was a little more fluid, and just like his will come quicker than Jeremy's, but in both of them just takes a little while. And it'll be fine.
Back into the rotation, does anybody lose any minutes, or do you kind of just slightly decrease?
I think it's fluid during the course of the year, but the biggest shift for us is Kyle was getting all his minutes at the small forward. We're playing 5 guys in the perimeter. Taylor, Francis, Sean, Ryan, and Kyle. We moved Kyle to being one of playing the 4, and then we're playing those other 5 guys at the 1, 2, and the 3. And I think you'll see it being more by committee. And there were games we were playing Taylor 34, 35 minutes and 19 minutes and a half. And I think you'll see us get back to the way we've always been, which is 28, 29, 30, 31 or 32 in a really close game. And then Kyle bumps to the 4, and it allows us to keep Trey and Franco a little fresher. Makes us a better team.
The Taylor sat a lot of that second half, and I was kind of surprised you brought him back in there. About 5 minutes left, the game was well in hand. What was the reason for that?
It was two reasons. One, I thought Fran was a little tired, and then I thought Fran took 2 really bad shots in a row. And I just wanted to put someone else in there so I could talk to Fran. I thought it was a little early to go Josh Thompson.
Yeah.
And because of that, in order for me to talk to Fran, I had to put someone in at the point guard spot.
I didn't know if it was to kind of help the offense a little bit. I mean, Ty
No.
had 2 dunks right after that.
It wasn't that. It was really that I wanted to talk to Francis, and I didn't want to go Josh Thompson just yet
Okay.
in there.
Sean, he was getting his hand taped up. I know you guys read his minutes and that anyways, but what happened with it? Something happened tonight or anything?
No, I don't know what happened, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I think they told me he's fine, but he wasn't hurt going into the game, so he must have bumped something. But I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
How is K-Bop doing? You were able to get him?
He's doing fine. I mean, they've told me a couple weeks, but we're really fortunate that it wasn't worse. It's a knee injury that's no surgery. It's a strain, and he's already back running on the Alter G. So I think 3 weeks from now, hopefully he's back playing.
Of course, during non-conference, you're focusing on who you're playing that given day or that given week, but how much do you keep tabs on what's going around throughout the conference?
I pay attention to scores a lot. That's really about it. I can't tell you I've watched anyone, but I follow their scores quite closely.
Like Western Michigan last night, was it 2 minutes?
No, I saw they were up early on UCLA. I didn't see how much they lost by.
I think it was 14. It was pretty close though.
Yeah. They've done that to them, and they did the same thing to Villanova,
Yeah.
ironically. And they've been a little up and down in the other games.
Do you get what you needed to out of games like these, like this week, with 2 teams that aren't, like you said, aren't the best teams you're gonna put out here? How hard is it to get what you really want?
No,
out of
it's
these sort of
it's
games?
not hard at all for me. I mean, especially right now with us, we need opponents to play against with. The timing couldn't be any better for us with Jeremy coming back.
Mhm.
I mean, we're going to go through a little period, and we have to, you have to find your rhythm, and each game requires different things. This team runs a lot of set plays, so they're bringing their guys off of screens way more. Most teams are running pick and roll motion now, and this team is not. They're running like cutting and screening, a lot of cutting, a lot of screening, not a lot of pick and rolls. So it's just a different game, and it's, Toledo runs a lot of plays like that in our league, and there's other teams that we have to face that. So it just gives you different stuff to guard, different stuff to work on, to get experience doing. So no, the timing of these games in particular was really valuable for us.
I think
in there.
Tajay has attempted maybe 5 dunks in the last 2 games. I mean, is that something you guys are encouraging him to do more of, is taking the ball strong to the rack, or is that just kind of the product of the way teams have been playing here?
I'd say, no, he's a slasher by nature. He should shoot open threes. He's a good shooter, and he's getting better as a shooter. And I think there's going to be a day when you look at him as being a real good shooter. But the strength of his game is getting to the rim. So that is what we're telling him, but it's no different what we would have told him in the beginning of the year. And I thought Tajay, even though he had 4 turnovers tonight, I thought he did a very good job of moving around in our offense, setting pick and rolls, being patient. I thought they tried to bait him into some mediocre threes. And he had a couple that were wide open he turned down that he certainly should have shot. But other than that, they kind of guarded him softly. And he was smart. He set a lot of pick and rolls. I thought he played the game the right way. I told him in the locker room I thought he played a really honest game of ball. And he's really fun for me to coach right now because his work ethic and his attitude and his mentality and the way he goes about it is great. And he's having a lot of fun and he's approaching it the right way. And I think he's going to be a terrific player.
But when he sets that screen and he pops out and hits a shot like that, you want him to take those threes.
If he's open, I want him to shoot it. If they're closing out on him, he should drive it.
Right.
And kind of like with Sean Sellers, if he's got time and space to get it off, he should shoot it. If he doesn't, that's his point to drive. Well, Tajay's, narrow that down. If they're not going to guard him, he should shoot it. He's more than capable. But if they're going to run at him, and he has a chance to get to the rim, he's certainly better at that. So he should do that more. You know, everybody should play to the strengths of what they do best in there. But he's fun for me to watch. To me, he's really playing the game the right way.
The holiday coming up this weekend, you had another game to prepare for shortly after. How do you approach these next couple of days?
I'll try to keep these ones down here. We'll have 3 days off. We don't do anything together again until the night of the 26th. We'll practice that night, and then we'll practice on the 27th, practice on the 28th. Then we'll fly to Florida and play North Florida, who I haven't watched yet. I know they got a really good point guard. That's all I really know at this point. And then and we'll try to get our 9th non-conference win, which for us, having been had moments where you didn't feel like we're very playing well, for us to be able to pull it together and get 9 wins non-conference would be great.
Do you feel like there were a couple of wins left on the table, maybe just
Yeah,
11?
100%. I mean, I would love to, and I don't think 9 is a given by any stretch of the imagination when you get to fly across the country and play, you know, a team that last year won a lot of games. I think they won 19 last year, and they have most of their team back. They haven't played as well as they should, but they've had a ridiculous schedule. And but yeah, there's no question we left a couple on the table and didn't play our best ball for a while. That's the bad news. The good news is I do feel like the next couple of weeks we could, you know, I feel like we took a step in the right direction in the last couple weeks, and in particular defensively. And I feel like, you know, we can take a lot more steps. I mean, there's no question in my mind we can be a good team. And but we haven't played our best ball yet.
Anything else? All right, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you
Have a good
guys.
holiday.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Have fun in Florida.
Yep, you guys too. Thank
Get a
you.
win.